You might have white focus. Did I tell you that I like this opening screen? I think I did tell you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me check my. Okay, I am actually talking into the mic this time. Thank you so much. How's it going? I was still setting up because I'm not ready for people being here this early. It's a gentle focus, so don't worry. Nothing to worry about. Let me just tweet as well. I used to get chat on my phone, but it's gonna be sideways because it's charging. What? What? Good, you poked me. Of course, I'll be here. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. I'm gonna start soon. Let me just get a little link. I'm doing this because I do not know. How's it going? I'm calming down from the heat I've experienced in the past few days, and now it's hitting me that I need to do my work. So we will go back to insanity together. Yeah, let me. I know you like the screen, however, work is scary. Yeah, it is. It's even more scary when you have to revisit what you did this past year. That's all I'm doing. Let me see where to place my phone. My desk is a mess. Ooh, there should be good. I can read sideways. If I'm doing this, I'm reading chat. I honestly forgot where I left off my work because I have not touched it in 2 days. Ah, I need to open my Canva. That's what I need to start doing. I'm pretty sure I just took pictures of the portfolio and put them there and slapped them and I called it a day, which I think I'll just continue doing so I get every content in and then I make it nice. Ah! Sing mode feather! Oh my god, wait, wait. Hold on. What was my terms for that? How long? How long? How long? Ah! 5 minutes. Let me put a timer. Timer. Well, it's gonna be a bit difficult with the music in the background. But 5 minutes starting now. Why am I singing? How's it going? I don't know. I did not think of the singing mode, but now I have to sing. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. Anyways, pam, 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 pam. Thank you for redeeming it. I don't know how to sing, so I'm just winging it. We will go to the next slide that I have prepared. Let's see, oh my lord, that is a lot of pictures that I have uploaded. If I remember correctly from last time, it's so difficult to sing when I have music blasting in my ears. Bam, 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 bam. Anyways, I had a presentation that I showed you last time on the wall. And now we move on to semester two, I believe, maybe, mayhaps, perhaps, which should be easier. Let me look back on my slides and see how I did it for my other project. This is not a good idea with music in my ears. It's really confusing. Bam, 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 bam. So I wrote my grades next to the credits. And that means I must open the university portal again. Why did I choose to put sing mode? Can someone explain? I should have done a note saying that I am in it, but that's fine. Only 2 minutes left. I can do it. Anyways, this is not the right page. No, I typed it in the browser, but it didn't open what I needed. Why is my browser history gone? Again, I don't remember the password, so I need to look back where I left it in my notes. Because it is the same as the one they gave me in the beginning. Ah, sorry, even my screams have to be singing. Ah, bum, 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 bum. And we're in. And now to go to the grade section for the year. And please, in English, that would help. Oh, yes, and also chat. I almost forgot. There we are. I don't know what the singing is. Please send help. I was not prepared for singing. Anyways, let's see. I may think of rewriting the first one since the credits didn't get credited. While I am looking at the project, how funny. They marked me down without a reason, but that's fine. It's whatever. Anyways, is my time up? 24 seconds. Please. Why did you make me do this now? But thank you for the redeem, feather. I am waiting for this timer to go down so I can focus. I'm struggling. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're good. My gosh, thank you for that. That was. I am free. Anyways, if I don't stream this, I'm not gonna finish this portfolio. I have a feeling, so that's fine. I'm gonna just copy paste the same type of box that I had for my other semester one thing. Because it's funny, technically speaking, I have not passed a singular module this semester, but it does not matter. Okay, CTA. Me trying to find it. Or okay, that's funny. So actually, that is a completely zero. And then or history is 5. And then next is 8, 8. I need to find a slide to copy for the CTA. I have exactly the right one actually. I have one from the other semester CTA, so I just have to replace it with the name. I'm just gonna copy that slide and paste it over there. Or what is the name of the corals? Towards sobriety, wooden renovation, case studies, details, construction sites, and visits. That's a long title, isn't it? Okay. This course consisted of weekly lectures, because that's what they were, and presentations. Um, it's a bit funny because that's what it was meant to be, but half the time it was just a teacher talking to like 3 people for the whole day. Um, Regarding sustainable design. Um, were site visits, two of which I struggled. Because I did struggle. This is all a struggle. Oh, I guess not of which, but I should say where. Understanding as uh um as like a lot as what do I say? There are services too where I struggle understanding uh the dialogue. Similarly to a lot of quotation marks. Where's my quotation marks? English friendly courses. You were, oh, I was, no, we were, I was still expected to communicate and uh, understand French for the most of the duration, for the majority. The thing is, I'm not mad when they expect me to learn French because it's understandable, but when a course labels itself as English friendly, they don't want to actively talk in English, even though this is the communication language, then we have issues. I did so many spelling mistakes. Let me just fix them. See me. Oh, why is the autocorrect not work on camera? Similarly to a lot of and English. English. Friendly, not friendly. We're friendly. Friendly. I still spelled similarly wrong. What? Why? Oh, I had an extra R for no reason. Due to this complication and the sheer amount of presenting that was unstructured, I ended up only submitting half of the assignment on time. Despite this, I have all of the work done, which I will present here. The score, the grade, I should say, ended up. So it's funny. Even she gave me a 0, even though like that's that's really awful. I still went to most of the lectures, but she wrote to me a note saying good work. I am confused. I'll check the reading. Yeah, I'll reread it later. But anyways, I know there's 2 different parts to this that I should have saved on my drive. And if I don't have them on my drive, then that means I have them in my Canva. Um, but the thing is, who knows where I put it? So perhaps actually the easiest thing is to go into Canva and look. Oh yeah. So I had 2 presentations to do. One was regarding a chosen building or architect and then describing it. Uh, I don't even know what she wanted to be exactly precise. But I ended up being told to do differences between building regulations in the France and UK. And I found out that actually the French people are more environmentally aware when it comes to regulations to that extent. And this presentation is done actually. I need to duplicate the slide and just write the first presentation I was instructed to compile was was describing the differences between building building and can I spell building? Building and environmental regulations between France and UK. Now I'm just gonna drag and drop it. I'm enjoying the tattoo covers, aren't I? To give you a description of the things I did in this presentation, because there's no point in me putting it on the OBS. I would have to print screen it, but and it's pretty boring to be honest. It's me looking at all the institutions and such that are responsible for things between the two countries and just saying what each does at a regional and national level. And then afterwards, I just compare them. Mm. I can just do Control C, Control V, and it's lovely. Bum, bum, bum. And then I did some case studies. I chose a building in Basingstoke in the UK because I really like the way they redid it. I'm not gonna lie, it's a building that was actually the same of the environment in mind in the 70s to begin with. It just needed a lot of upgrades, not in just the thermal sense, but also because it's been run down for quite a while and it's an office building. And the way they did it is they also preserved the modernist architectural style whilst, um, I guess, making it comply to the standards as well, not changing the character of it much. And with France, I was just confused as to what to do, so I found this barn, which I found really interesting because it shows that a lot of people tend to stay away from retrofit projects like this because you have to compile to the typology of the building as well as modern day standards. And it was like an 1800s barn that they just made into a house. I never ended up presenting this because I think she forgot about me and I was kind of glad she did. I was very close, like, please don't pick me. Because I also wanted to be on a computer ready to present. And sometimes, if you bring a USB stick, you have to ask someone for help, or you're expected to ask people for help with their stuff because they can't even you can't just put something on a drive and expect the teacher to have it for you. That's for some reason that's too complicated. So there you go. That's the presentation number one. How am I doing on time? I should roll an other room for 1 minute. Oh, I just missed the pre-roll. We can't have that. Let's go. I should take a minute to actually stretch myself. I've been sat down for way too long. Oh, my back. Wait, the tracking. Oh, my back. Ow, it flips. Ah. Anyways, have we all stretched? We better all have stretched. I don't want to be the only one. I'm still drinking just as much water as I am during the heat, which I think is a good thing. Actually, that's one good thing that came out of the heat is that I drank more water. Fun fact, the little boxes in the playlist thingy are emojis that I couldn't put into TXT files. So it's actually meant to be a baguette emoji. Anyways, back to work. Yeah, so I should copy the slide I wrote describing the second presentation. The second presentation compiled the findings after conducting a, a known survey, own property survey. Um, we each analyzed the lodgement. Lodgement? Does that make sense? No, that's not English. Um, the buildings in which we lived, and then um, 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 what did we do then? My brain just froze. We put them into. Oh wait. I remember. Internalize the building in which we lived, and then proposed. That's the word. Proposed. An updated design to improve different aspects, uh, such as thermal loss and energy efficiency, but also layout, if possible, if needed, if needed. Because to be honest, I couldn't do much with my layout. To give you a perspective of the building I'm in, it's stuck like wall to wall on each side, so I can't do anything on that side because it's other buildings and you can't exactly have a window looking at nothing. And also, it's where the sun is positioned. I was thinking maybe I can move the communal areas on the inside, but then I just realized how stupid that would be because you wouldn't get any natural light in the communal area, and you don't want that. So actually, I couldn't change the layout much. But that's besides the point. Okay. Do I have the other presentation? I'm pretty sure I do. I need to see how far I got because I remember being so angry from the project I just didn't even finish it. I was about to. The analyse logement, which I can't show you because that would literally dox me, even though I'm not gonna be here for too long. I can dox it after I go. Oh, I do have a lovely picture of the water damage though. I can show you that. The only issue that I found that was really prominent was the water damage in the access stairs. Oh, come on. Gallery. Oh, it's tiny, but you can see it. This is the state of it. I'm moving things down not meant to. So as you can see, it's pretty bad. Let me just look here. Ventilation. I even did like a sketch, like a really pretty sketch of the wall buildup. I'll put it in the state that it is. Honestly, it does not anymore. But I will show you the wall. Yeah, buildup. Just because I can. So you can see what this is basically the most important point of the presentation, so I might as well. Let me move. What? Can I move myself, please? Just so I can fit the next one as well. But if you're struggling to understand what this represents, all you need to notice is that it is thicker and it has updated things. So the one on top is the original, and then the one underneath is the proposed one. I don't know if you can see that well, but it's not that important, don't worry. And luckily for me, I did this on Canva, so I just have to copy paste again. This song's kind of fire. So the rest of it is just me analyzing the building itself and structural elements, which again, not that important anyways. It's not exactly a professional presentation that I did either, but there's only so much you can do on a time crunch. Basically, what you end up doing with portfolios at the end of the year is you'll never have 100% completed work unless you're really on top of it, and that's fine. If you don't manage to complete at least to a standard you want, is you put it in. And if you have time, you remake it and say, look, this is what I've done since that presentation. And then you say, if I had more time or if I could do more, I would do this, 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 and that. This is basically that, except I don't actually have to do that because it's just presenting what I managed to complete within the time. So Kodok. Let's see what's next. I believe it's history. And then I need a break after I start on second semester project. For those who remember my rant at the sink as I was washing my dishes. Ugh. Okay, I'm just gonna copy paste under the September tab. Boop. What is the actual title? The house in we live in or something. It just says the code. All okay. This course was taught in a bigger scale, I suppose. The lectures. The main assessment or assessment with two S's, right? Like both sides revolved around constructing an article regarding an environmentally focused architect slash firm. Environ. Why do I always add extras? Environmentally. I spelled it right, right? No? Oh wait, 1L. 1L. Gosh, still don't know how things work. What did I do? I pressed a button. I pressed one of my shortcuts. My bad. How long has it been like that for? Oh, it was the slash. I know why now. Fair enough. No, it is two L's. What? And oh my god, this whole time I was missing an N. Why is autocorrect not working on Canva? Uh, choose to focus on the use of materials as well as extreme cases such as complete autonomy to propose an example of a way forward for design to being able, because that's true, to attend some of the lectures as well as being able to upload my work on the drive despite in packets me emailing the teacher. The result was a 5. I thought this is just the truth. And I do have the final article. I just need to remember where I saved that. I found it. And I will show it to you, but it's mostly text. It's only two and a bit pages, and it has my actual label, so I cannot do that. But it is about Michael Reynolds, is what you need to know. To give you the long story short of this, it's basically a man who did wacky stuff like using beer cans as part of a structural wall at one point. And he designed these types of buildings that were completely autonomous from the grid in America, I believe, New Mexico, I believe. And I was arguing how this is an extreme, of course, but it is one way to incorporate this kind of mindset into the design. But I also showed how it does not work in all climates. They literally tried building one in the UK in Brighton, and it did okay. It wasn't the worst, but they did need additional heating in the winter, I believe. So it's a different way of thinking, which can help. But I'm gonna have to make this tiny again, like I did with my seminar stuff. Print screen it. Why did I do that? Hold on. I needed to duplicate the slides first. Whoopsie daisies. It's fine. One page. It's meant to be double-sided A4, but I went over a little bit. It was within the word limit, so I don't know what's wrong. I'd rather it look good than be all crammed up. The reason why I decided to go to the final presentation as well is because I had a lot happening at the time, and at honestly at that point, I did not feel like sitting up for 2 minutes because you also had to condense the information you had in the article in 2 minutes in front of like 100 people who didn't even speak English that well. Like I would be talking into the wind, so not worth. So I just focused on my other stuff at home, which is That literally means I could get more work done. So there you go. And then the other, oh my gosh, the project. I don't even know where to begin. It's such a long-winded process. But we will speak about fish another time. This is enough for me. I've suffered enough at the hands of this. I close the tabs. Short stream, maybe, but hey ho, a little bit of work is a little bit of work. If I do this more often, then that's good. Let me remove the stuff from OBS. You don't need all of that anymore. All the water damage and all the building fabric. Oh god. Let me have a think about tonight. Because I'm a bit unsure what to stream. As much as I would like to stream Honkai, I'm gonna be too tempted to put a fine on my streaming account because I have a lot of Stellar Jades on that one. But realistically, my Sunday needs a fine on my main account, which I don't have any Stellar Jades on, so tough choices. I maybe Project Sakai. I'll think about it. I shall go rest for a bit. Thank you for sticking around with me in this crazy off the whim stream. I hope it was a little bit insightful into the struggle. And I will see you tonight. And switcheroos, queens